All right, Sabbath and peace to all of you. It's really a blessing to be here at this time and this place to keep the Sabbath service with the true Jews, the Hebrews, right? We're going to go into the portion of the Torah that's been set aside for this Shabbat day. And that portion will be Deuteronomy 7 and 12 to Deuteronomy 11 and 25. That's Deuteronomy 7 and 12 to Deuteronomy 11 and 25. That is a portion for this Shabbat day. All right, so now let's get Colossians 3 verse 17. Let's give thanks to the Most High in the name of the Lord and Savior.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of Mashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by him.
Right, always giving thanks to the Most High in the name of Mashiach Yahushua, for his name is worthy to be praised. Let's go right to it. Let's get Deuteronomy 7 verse 12. Verse 12.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 12. Wherefore it should come to pass, if you hearken to these judgments, and keep and do them, that the Most High thy power shall keep thee the covenant and the mercy which he swore unto thy fathers.
Right, so there's a condition to the relationship that Israel has with his power in heaven. If we keep his commandments, then he's going to stay with us. But if we don't, then what happens? Hold on and get Isaiah 59 verse 1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 1. Behold, the Most High's hand is not shortened,
right,
that it cannot save.
Come on.
Neither his ear heavy, that it cannot hear.
Read.
But your iniquities,
But your what?
Your iniquities,
your sin,
have separated between you and your power.
Right. The only reason why we suffer the things we suffer because we've been separated from the Father. That's why we first fight last high. That's why our people constantly talking about Black Lives Matter. We need to overcome. That's why we populate 95% of the jail population, the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. Modern day slavery. Okay. We have to realize that the healing of our nation is the keeping of the commandments. Everybody understand that? It's real simple. All right? Our people are in the school systems, they're in the colleges, they're in the financial district. We have money. We got education, but our people still jacked up. Right? So you can't say it's money and education that will stop the situation of our people. Only thing that's going to stop is a social reform. They have to be reformed. They have to say, you know what? We don't live. We're not American anymore. We're not black anymore. We're not Negroes anymore. We're not niggas anymore. We are now the children of Israel, and we will keep God's commandments. Then you will see the change. All right. Then the presence of the Most High will be amongst us. Okay. His ear will be inclined to our prayer. Okay. Read on.
Verse 2. For your iniquities have separated between you and your power, and your sins have hid his face from you.
Right.
That he will not hear.
He will not what?
He will not hear.
And he will not hear. Read.
For your hands are defiled with blood.
Because your hands are defiled with blood. Give me St. John 9:31.
book of St. John, chapter 9, verse 31.
Right?
Now we know that the Most High, he was not sinners.
How do we know that? How can you say, how can John make that statement? We know that the Most High don't hear sinners. Why is he making that statement? How do we know that? Isaiah 5, exactly, Isaiah 59. He had Isaiah 59 also. So John is referring to what? To the Old Testament. He said, we know that the Most High don't hear sinners. We already have that document. We have that record. We have that understanding of it. Right? Read on.
But if any man be a worshiper of the Most High,
but if you want to worship the Heavenly Father, read on.
And doeth his will,
and keep his commandments, read on.
Him he heareth.
Him he heareth. That's what's going to get heard. You want the Most High to hear you? Do what he told you to do. Right? Keep Torah. Keep the dietary law, keep the moral law, his physical laws, his mental laws. This is why we go over the Torah every week, so we make sure we know how to serve Yahweh. Okay. Without knowing that, you're lost. Go back. Deuteronomy 7 verse 13.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 13. And he will love thee, and bless thee, and multiply thee. He will also bless the fruit of thy womb.
What's the fruit of your womb? Your children. Right? You bless your children. That means your blessings will be for generations. It's not just to you. Your children are going to be blessed. Why? Because you're doing the Most High's will. Read on.
And the fruit of thy land, thy corn and thy wine, and thine oil, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep, in the land, which he swore unto thy fathers to give thee.
Read.
Thou shalt be blessed above all people.
Above what?
Above all people.
So now, are we equal to everybody? We're supposed to be blessed above all people. We're the nation that's supposed to have it all. Right? That the other nations will look upon us and go, wow, they got it all. They got us out for them. Read on.
There shall not be male or female barren among you,
right?
Or among your cattle.
Come on.
And the Most High will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee.
Come on.
But will lay them upon all them that hate thee.
Right. So even diseases, right? A lot of times we think, science makes us think diseases come by way of chance. The Most High said, there'd be no disease amongst you if you kept my Torah. A lot of diseases that our people suffer today, like diabetes and heart disease and many different HIV and all this stuff that our people are dealing with today. A lot of those diseases come about through our disobedience. Cancer, right? It comes about through our disobedience. You got to understand that. Had we been obedient to the word of the Most High and in control of keeping our laws, statutes, and commandments, then what? We will not be suffering these things. Huh.
Deuteronomy 28:61.
Right. Let's take that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law,
right?
Then will the Most High bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
Right, that was part of the curses. Right? That was a curse that came up. Even the plagues that the Bible doesn't even know about yet. The ones that didn't come up yet. He said, Moses said, I put those on you for not keeping my commandments. We live in a society where the people that run, the industries, the manufacturers, the food industry, they can care less about the commandments of the Most High God. mix things together that ought not to be, right? They create chemical reactions. Even to this day, a brother sent me a video on about your car. You know, like the car heats up, creates these gases in your car. And if you walk into your car straight up without air venting it out first, all those gases is inside you now.
For the dashboard.
Right? The plastics of the dashboard and things like that stuff, through the vents. Right? Which is more than likely the case. You know, because we know the person that manufactures these things, he's not worried about that. He's worried about this bread. But get this money. He might know, he might be well aware that these things create this gas, but hey man, by the time they figure this out, I would have sold 30,000 cars. So what difference does it make? We have like the fast food industries. You know, they constantly finding out stuff that they're doing is, you know, then they try to change it, but they didn't know ahead of time. They knew ahead of time. We as Israelites need to stay away from all those things. We got to be mindful. We got to take things back to the dietary law. You got to watch as well as pray. You got to be on the key. We can't trust our enemies. We say, trust not thy enemy. So we got to watch it. Say, all right, I see what you're doing to me. Find ways of being diligent and keeping yourself in your customs, in your culture. And that will help you. Everybody understand this? Sometimes when you do this, you're going to have to what? Do it out. Right? You're going to have to refrain from certain things. And then you know what? Why not? You'll be all right. That mentality that you got to touch everything, taste everything, experience everything, and you only got this life, you need to be a part of it. You don't got to be a part of everything. What we got to learn is how to be content. Be content with righteousness. Scripture say with food and with raiment. Right? That you eating and you clothed. You got to be content. You don't got to be involved with everything. Because Esau, not just Esau, but all these nations, right? They have no care for the commandments when they're handling their business. So they can do anything, right? How many things they put pork in that you wonder what's the purpose? Right? Why are you even putting pork in this? For what? How does this even help? Let's stick it in there just to put it in there. Just to keep sin, just to keep you under sin. You know?
Verse 16. And thou shalt consume all the people which the Most High thy power shall deliver thee.
Right, so what? He's going to put us above all the nations. And what are we going to do to the nations that in front of us? We're going to consume them. We're going to destroy them. Right? You know?
Thine eye shall have no pity upon them.
Right?
Neither shall thou serve their powers.
Right?
For that will be a snare unto thee.
Right, because what? There'll be a snare onto you. Everybody know you mingle too much with these other nations. Right? It's like a trap. You got to be mindful. I know all of us got to go to work. You got to, you know, you meet people, you deal with people in your daily recourse. Be careful how much time you spend amongst these people. Because they'll trap you up. You end up getting caught up into things that you know is against Torah. Saying things that you know you are not to say. Right? Their words is full of pride and pride of life. And, you know, cussing and carrying on. Next thing you know, you cussing. You got caught up in the trap. You be continually around the righteous, you don't have to worry about that. You're not going to come here and we're going to be causing up a storm inside the sanctuary. That ain't going to happen. All right, read on.
If thou shalt say in thy heart, these nations are more than I, how can I depossess them? Thou shalt not be afraid of them. But shall well remember what the Most High thy power did unto Pharaoh and unto all Egypt.
Right.
The great temptations which thine eyes saw, and the signs, and the wonders, and the mighty hand, and the stretched out arm, whereby the Most High thy power brought thee out. so shall the Most High thy power do unto all the people of whom thou art afraid.
Right, so what? What's the Most High calling us to be? Brave. Man. You gotta be brave, man. Just like our forefathers. These nations was more than us. They had the military might more than us. Just like today, these nations, they more than us. They got the power, they got the industry, they got all these things. But you still gotta stand in your square. You can't let, oh, they'll never let me do that. Oh, they're gonna do this. Oh, they're gonna do that. Right? You can't be afraid. If it's righteous and it's right, do it. If they don't like it, tell them. Don't be fearful. The Most High did not give us the spirit of fear. Everybody understand that? The only person we're supposed to fear is who? Give me Ecclesiastes. Give me the pocket. Oh, okay. First chapter. Huh? What? No, 14.
Book of Sirach, chapter 1, verse 14. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom.
Right, so we gotta fear, we're gonna have fear, we gotta fear the Most High. That's the beginning of wisdom. That's what's gonna make you make wise choices. Because you're starting out with the fear of the Heavenly Father. A lot of our people, they don't fear God. They fear, what people gotta say. They fear, financial burden. They fear, some people fear their spouse, right? But we're supposed to fear the Most High God. Because when nobody's around, Yahweh's there, right? When you think you by yourself and nobody see you, guess who sees you? Yahweh sees you. So if you fear Yahweh, you won't just do things righteous in the eyes of man, but you be righteous all the time because you know Yahweh's always there. His eyes is everywhere. Right? Hold on, give me that. Yeah.
The book of Sirach, chapter 23, verse 19.
Sirach 23, 19.
The book of Sirach, chapter 23, verse 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men,
right?
And knoweth not that the eyes of the Most High
is where?
Are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
10,000 times brighter than the sun. Right?
Beholding all the ways of men.
Beholding all your ways. So when you think you by yourself, nobody's around, guess who's there? Yahweh's there. And he's beholding you. He's checking you out.
Beholding all the ways of men. And considering the most secret parts.
What is your most secret part? Your mind. What's in your head. So you even gotta what? You gotta be mindful of the thoughts you entertain. Right? Anything can pop in your head, but you start entertaining that thought and dwelling on it, not the Most High check you on it. Okay. Jeremiah 17, verse 9.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things.
Come on.
And desperately wicked.
Read on.
Who can know it?
Right, who can know? Who knows the mind? Our heart is something about your mind. Who knows the mind? We just read the Most High beholds your most secret place, which is your mind. Read on.
I, the Most High, search the heart.
I, the Most High, I know your mind. I know what's going on in your head. The Heavenly Father knows what's going on in all our minds and our head. That's not even private to him. He's looking at that. You know?
I try the reins,
right?
Even to give every man according to his way.
Right. He said, I tried the reins. What are the reins? What are reins? I got you, Shawan. What's the reins? What are reins? Anybody? Steering things. Who said that? Steering things. Right. They are. You right. For a horse. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. The reins is what pulls the horse to the left and to the right. So the Most High said, I tried the reins of your mind. He knows what can bring you to the left and what can bring you to the right. He knows what can change your mind, what get your mind right, get your mind wrong. He knows how our minds work. Okay. He created us, so he ought to know. Right? We know.
Even to give every man according to his ways.
So that's why he can judge you. And he can give you according to your ways. Because he knows if you could have or you couldn't have. He knows that you didn't have to do that if you sinned. Or he knows that you fought hard and worked hard to do what you accomplished. If you did something great in the spirit of the Most High. He knows that. Other people just see the outcome of what you do. They don't know what you went through to get to where you are. You know what I'm saying? Like people always say, oh, you don't know what I'm going through. Right? And it's right. I don't know what you're going through. I'm not in your head. But the scriptures is clear that the Most High tried the reins of our mind, and our mind is deceitful, right? And it can trick you. That we do know. Right? The Most High knows what you're going through, and He tried the reins. He knows what it's going to take for you to correct yourself. He knows that you can do it. The Most High didn't give us one law that we can't keep. Man will tell you can't do that. You can't keep that. You can't keep that law. Man will quickly tell you can't do it. Because they hold you to a standard of themselves. We're not held to that standard. We're held to the standard of the Most High. Everybody understand this? Read.
And to give every man according to his ways, and according to the fruit of his doings.
Right, what's the outcome of the things you've done? He's going to give you the fruit of your doings. If you do well, he'll give you good fruit. If you do wickedly, he's going to give you wicked fruit. You want blessings, do well, receive blessings. You want curses, do evil, receive curses. He knows that you didn't have to do it. He knows you could have not done it. Okay? Read on. And you want to? And then, all right, let's go back to Ecclesiastes, the first chapter. Just a little bit more on that fear. You read 14, right? I don't think you read the whole of 14. Never start with 12. You guys down to 14.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 12.
It's like Ecclesiastes, 1 and 12.
The book of Sirach, chapter 1, verse 12. The fear of the Most High maketh a merry heart, right, and giveth joy, and gladness, and a long life.
Come on.
Whoso feareth the Most High, it shall go well with him at the last.
Come on.
And he shall find favor in the day of his death.
Come on.
To fear the Most High is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb.
Right. So what? Read on.
She hath built an everlasting foundation with men, and she shall continue with her seed.
Read.
To fear the Most High is fullness of wisdom, and filleth men with her fruits.
Read.
She filleth all their house with things desirable, and garners with her increase.
Read.
The fear of the Most High is a crown of wisdom, making peace and perfect health to flourish. Both which are the gifts of the Most High.
Those are what? Both. Which are the gifts of the Most High. What's the two gifts of the Most High? What was it? What was the both? Health and what? Peace. Health and peace. Both are the gifts of the Most High. Okay? Be physically healthy and mentally healthy. Mentally healthy means you're at peace. Everybody understand that? Every people in this society, they stressed out over this, stressed out over that. That's not healthy. Okay. Sometimes our stress is metaphysical. Just use a big word for a moment, right? Meaning that it's what you eating and how your body's context is making you feel a certain way. Had you be healthy physically, you would be easier to be healthy mentally. You understand this? It goes hand in hand. If you're unhealthy physically, it's hard to be healthy mentally. But if you get both, that's a blessing of the Most High. That you both physically and mentally, right? Mentally at peace and physically healthy. Okay? It's a gift. He said perfect health. That's when you go to the doctor and they go, damn, there ain't nothing wrong with you. I can't find nothing. Huh? If you kept the dietary law as it is written, you would get there. Most of us don't do that. Right? Of course, we don't eat pork, ham, shrimp, or lobster. That's easy. But there's heavier stuff in the dietary law that we need to be mindful of. Right? Consumption, how much consumption, things of that sort. A whole other class, but we need to go deeper into that. Like dietary law, having control of what you consume at all times. Right? You don't just eat stuff because it's there. Right? That's how we live in this society. So why'd you eat that? Well, I was there, it was there, so I ate it. Right? That's not a righteous way of consuming things. Right? But that's one other class on health. Right? So the fear of the Most High will bring about all these things. Why? Because you fear the Most High, you're gonna do what He told you to do. You're gonna find out what He wants you to do, and you're gonna perform it. And that's what's gonna bring forth all these blessings. All right, let's go back to Deuteronomy.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 19. The great temptations which thine eyes saw, and the signs and the wonders, and the mighty hand, and the stretched out arm, whereby the Most High thy power brought thee out. So shall the Most High thy power do unto all the people of whom thou art afraid. Moreover, the Most High thy power will send a hornet among them, until they that are left and hide themselves from thee be destroyed.
What's a hornet? It's a big bee. It's a mean wasp bee that don't play around. Aggressive. The hornets don't play. They come looking for you. All right? They're like a little bee. A bee sting you and die. Hornets keep on stinging you. They can sting you all day. They don't die. They made to do that. Most I got some aggressive, beasts that He created. You know what I'm saying? You think you mean? You got some mean beasts out there. Right? So He's gonna bring the hornets. Clear out. Those that try to hide, you ain't gonna hide from the hornet. Right? He gonna buzz right in with you, wherever you hide underneath, he's gonna get up in there. When He get up in there, you finish. Right?
Thou shalt not be afraid at them, for the Most High thy power is among you.
Right.
A mighty power and terrible. And the Most High thy power will put out those nations before thee.
Right. He said He's a mighty power and terrible. Right? The core word of terrible is terror. Yahweh will bring terror upon the people. So you see things that go down that you say, man, that's terrible. You gotta think about that, man. That must be Yahweh. Because He is a terrible power. Okay.
Little by little, thou mayest not consume them at once, lest the beasts of the field increase upon thee. But the Most High thy power shall deliver them unto thee, and shall destroy them with a mighty destruction until they be destroyed. And He shall deliver their kings into thine hand, and thou shalt destroy their name from under heaven. There shall no man be able to stand before thee. until thou hast destroyed them. The graven images of their powers shall he burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein.
Right.
For it is an abomination unto the Most High thy power. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing.
Right, so what? Neither shall I bring an abomination into thy house. Very important. Because there's a lot of quote-unquote artwork out there. Right? And you might not, you talk around, you believe in the Most High, your help. You don't believe in no elephant god. But you cannot bring that elephant god picture in your house. Everybody say that? You cannot bring those African masks, right, in your house. What else are the artifacts that people like to? All these artifacts that were somebody worships, right? I'm not saying you can't have no art in your home. Yes, you can. But be mindful of what it is. Because if it's anything that's been worshipped or used for worship, don't bring it in your house. Right? Now we know we can't have no Caesar Borgias in our house, huh? I don't got to say that, but I'm going to say it anyway. If Caesar Borgias is on your wall, take them down. Okay? Because, that for sure was made for worship. Okay? All right. Honestly, I don't even like that. What was that this is how I speak as a man, but that Yahweh Shai with the abs, right? And the dreads, I don't think so. That's off too, man. If you got like that Christ with the abs and the dreads, take that damn thing down too. That's not nowhere in the scriptures that say Yahweh Shai had abs and dreads. All right? Right? That's Donovan from the corner store. Right? That's not Yahweh Shai. Right? And but he's black. Yeah, I get where you're going with that, but let's not do that. Let's not play that game. If there's an image of what we read, let it be according to the what? To the description given in the scriptures. Right? If there's an angel, let it be look like what the angels look like in the scriptures. Right? If it's David, if it's Solomon, if it's Yahweh Shai, let it be what the scriptures say. Let it be a depiction that the scripture backs up. Don't let it be, little fat baby with wings. Right? That's that. There's no angel that said, and he saw the angel, and it looked like this. Right? You don't read that nowhere in the scriptures. This is an abomination. Okay? Every February, this thing starts to fly around. Right? So you got to get my bow and arrow and shoot it down. Right? So we got to be mindful of this. Look around your homes. Make sure that you have nothing in your house that could be considered, an image. And if it is, take it down. Get rid of it. All right?
Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house,
right,
lest thou be an accursed thing like it.
Lest thou be what?
An accursed thing like it.
He said, lest you end up being an accursed thing like that image is a cursed thing. So the Most High said, I'm going to treat you like that image you brought in your house. What did he tell us to do with those images? Burn them. Destroy them. Right? Hold that. Give me 1 Corinthians 10:5. Second? 2 Corinthians 10:5. Oh.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
Right, we got to cast out everything that exalts itself against the knowledge of the Most High. Everything. Right. If it's against Torah, take it down. Get rid of it. If it's offensive to the word of the Most High, you got, may not be Caesar on there, maybe you got another Caesar. Maybe you got, Brad Pitt on your wall for some reason. Right? Take it down. Oh, it's a signed copy. Take it down. It's worth a lot of money. Put it away somewhere. Sell it. Okay. We have to exalt nothing in our homes but the Most High Yahweh. Everybody understand this? All right, so look around your home. Right there.
You have to sell it to a stranger, right?
Sell it to a stranger. Right, sell it to the nation there. That's their work. That's theirs. Give it back to them. Sell it to them. Why not? They willing to buy it, why not? You just don't post it up in your house. All right? No evil images. Might be what was it, Arnold Schwarzenegger? Yeah. Got machine guns in both arms or something. Take that thing down. That's an abomination.
Scarface.
Right? Scarface, Bruce Lee. That's another one, Scarface. He's another one. A lot of jakes got Scarface big on their wall.
Yeah.
What's he up there for? What righteousness has he have done? Or what's the other one? Bruce Lee. We gotta be mindful of these images that we sticking up in our house. You gonna put up an image, glorify the Most High, glorify your people. You know what I mean? Put an image up of that. Put an image, you know what? Put an image of, of the Torah, of the tabernacle, of the menorah. We got so many things that we have. That's us. So you're reminded of who you are, right? You're not against having images in your home, but what is the image saying? Right? What's that image saying? You got Rambo, First Blood. That's all. If I go to a brother's house and I see Rambo First Blood on the wall, you're going to get blasted. What the hell is that? Well, I like Rambo. You got to be mindful. Cast down. Read that again.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 5. Casting down imaginations,
right,
and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience, right, to the obedience of a Mashiach.
Take it all down. Arrest those things. Put them in custody. All right. If you're gonna put something up that's glorious. All right. Let's go back now.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 26. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it. But thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it.
What does it mean to abhor and detest something? You really hate it. I mean, it's like, you don't just hate it, I don't like that. No, it's like, you get that energy when you see it. Like, you just want to tear it down, throw it down and stomp on it. That's the energy the Most High needs you to have. Okay? I really don't like this. Put it away and keep it safe. Man, throw it down and stomp on it. Okay? Read on.
For it is a cursed thing.
It's a cursed thing. Read on.
Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 1. All the commandments which I commanded thee, this day shall you observe to do, that ye may live and multiply, and go in and possess the land which the Most High swore unto your fathers. And thou shalt remember all the way which the Most High thy power led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee, and to prove thee to know what was in thy heart, whether thou wouldst keep his commandments or no. And he humbled thee, and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with the manna, which thou knowest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doeth not live by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High, to if man live.
Right. So what? This scripture is saying that if you do the will of Yahweh, He will feed you. He's not gonna have you starve. He'll bring you to hunger though, just to see how dedicated you are. But He won't leave you there. Right? He brought us to hunger to humble us, to then turn around and feed us with angels' food, with manna, to show you that, listen, the Most High knows what you need. Yes, you have to suffer sometimes. You got to suffer a little something. But go through it. Take the loss that you can get the gain. That's what He was showing us in the wilderness. Brought us down so He could bring us up. Sometimes we get too proud. We have to be brought down for a moment. Things got to be taken away from us. For us to realize that the Most High rules everything. He giveth, He taketh away. Blessed be the Most High. All right. In fact, read that. Give me Job 1 and 15. What's that? Give us take away. Last two verses. Job 1. 121? Yeah. The last two verses. Verse 7.
The book of Job, chapter 1, verse 21. And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb.
Right?
And naked shall I return thither. The Most High gave, and the Most High has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Most High. And all this Job sinned not, nor charged the Most High foolishly.
Right, so what? Job was humbled all the way down to say, you know what? I came here with nothing, and I'm going to leave here with nothing. So I'm just going to praise the Most High. Blessed be the Most High. So that we can get so caught up in what we have, that what we have is hindering us from serving the Most High fully. Because we're trying to spend too much time retaining things in this kingdom. The Most High knows what you need. Give Him His due, and He will give you yours. All right? Don't put anything before Him. But He put us through this process to what? Humble. It's a humbling process. All right? Let's go back to Deuteronomy.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8, verse 4. Thy raiment waxed not old upon thee,
Right?
neither did thy foot swell these 40 years. Thou shalt also consider in thy heart that as a man chastises his son, so the Most High thy power chastised thee.
Right?
Therefore thou shalt keep the commandments of the Most High thy power, to walk in His ways and to fear Him. For the Most High thy power bringeth thee into a good land, a land of brooks of water, of fountains and depths that spring out of valleys and hills.
So like a father will chastise his son, right? The father's going to get on his son's case. Why? To show him what? To show him love. Same way the Most High chastises us. It's a showing of love. And He has what? Concern of our wrongdoings, and then we got to get right. Right? Hold that and give me Revelations 3 and 19. 3 and 19.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 19. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten.
As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. That means I punish. Who did the Most High love? Israel. That's why He said He what? He chastises like a father chastens his son. You know?
Be zealous, therefore, and repent.
And repent. And get right. You know?
Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him and will sup with him.
And will what?
And will sup with him.
The Most High is calling you. You hear his voice? Come in. Open the door to the Most High. Let him take over your life. Let him take over what you got going on. Right? So that what? He can sup with you. He can stay with you for a while. Break bread with you.
Hebrews 12 and 6.
Is that what you had?
Yeah.
Hebrews 12 and 6.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 6. For whom the Most High loveth, he chastiseth,
right?
And scorcheth every son when he receiveth.
Exactly. You scorch every son when you receive it. Every son has to go through a chastisement so that they make sure that they get right, that they be right. You know?
If ye endure chastisement, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons.
There you go. You got to endure it. Though. When you go through that beating, you go through that chastisement, don't go running, don't go looking for something, I give up. Right? Many people, when they go through a chastisement, they give up. They go further away from the Father. Instead of running to the Father, they run away from the Father. They try to go back into the world, try to find some peace and some comfort in the world. When that chastisement comes, you're supposed to go harder to the Most High. You understand this? You know?
For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
Right?
But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then you are bastards.
You are what?
Ye are bastards.
What's a bastard? Fatherless child. Right? So you don't have a father. Because you don't get checked for what you do. All right? These nations, they don't have a heavenly father. Right? Technically, they all bastards. Okay? But we have a father. Read on.
Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh,
right,
which corrected us.
Come on.
And we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?
We have fathers of the flesh, our parents, corrected us. We received that. So when the Most High corrects us, what's the problem? Right? Why are we doubting? We got to take that correction. Right? You got to take that correction and do better in the will of the Most High. If you ever wonder why you're going through something, you got to check your ways. All right? Go back. Go back to Deuteronomy.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8, verse 6. Therefore, thou shalt keep the commandments of the Most High thy power, to walk in his ways and to fear him. For the Most High thy power bringeth thee into a good land, a land of brooks of water, of fountains, and depths that spring out of valleys and hills, a land of wheat and barley, and vines, and fig trees, and pomegranates, a land of oil olive, and honey, a land wherein thou shalt eat bread without scarceness. Thou shalt not lack anything in it, a land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills thou mayest dig grass. When thou hast eaten and art full, then thou shalt bless the Most High thy power for the good land which he hath given thee.
Right, so everything was there in that land. The land was full of every good thing. So when the Most High bless you with something, don't think that the Most High is going to bless us and give us, people think about the kingdom and they say, oh, we're going to have nothing. We're going to have more than we understand. Just like when he gave our forefathers the land of Canaan. When they went up in there, everything was there. They didn't have to build anything. They just came and just sat in. They houses, they built the houses they did not build. Okay. There was more abundance for them, set before them. So they could only bless the Most High and praise his name. Okay. Read on.
Verse 11. Beware that thou forget not the Most High thy power, and not keeping his commandments, and his judgments, and his statutes, which I command thee this day. Lest when thou hast eaten and art full, and hast built goodly houses, and dwelt therein.
Right?
And when thy herds and thy flocks multiply, and thy silver and thy gold is multiplied, and all that thou hast is multiplied, then thy heart be lifted up, and thou forget the Most High thy power,
And I forget the Most High thy power. You know?
which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage.
Right. So that's what happens, man. When everything is flowing and that cash is coming in, and you got everything you need, people tend to forget about the Most High. Right? Most rich people in this kingdom, you know what I mean? They think they're God. They come with some other analogy on God all of a sudden. Knowing full well when they was broke, they believed in God. Right? You know what I mean? When they were broke, they were ready to go to church. Right? But as soon as they get some money, now what? They have their own concept of God. Because their heart is lifted up. Right? Now God is a concept. And I believe in science. And all this madness. The rich speak real boldly. Right? Because when they need something done, they just get it done. They start to think that they got. Okay? They totally forget about the Most High. Well, we're no better, man. Our nation, we did the same thing. When the Most High had us full, we had everything, we started coming up with our own concepts for the Most High. But everybody knows, as soon as that tragedy comes, as soon as he strip away, as soon as he chastise, the first thing you say, oh God, help me please. Right? Everybody resorts back to that. You remember God when you're down and out. When you're high on a horse, you don't remember. Right? Say what?
Proverbs 11:28.
Get that. We have to instruct the poor as well as the rich. You go out there and teach the word. You know, we might make reference to our people in bondage and in the hood and in the ghettos and stuff. But some of our people, they're not in the hood, ghetto, or no stuff. But they still have to serve Yahweh the same way. There's a doctrine and an instruction for them as well. Right? Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 28. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall.
Shall what?
Shall
That's
fall.
what you gotta know. He said, okay, you rich? You start trusting in those riches, you're gonna fall. You know?
But the righteous shall flourish as a branch.
But the righteous will flourish. Right? So,
Revelation chapter 3, verse 17.
right. Revelation 3:17. Okay.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 17. Because thou sayest, I am rich, and increase with goods,
Right?
and have need of nothing.
Have need of what?
And have need of nothing.
And have need of nothing. A lot of our people, especially you down here, South Florida, you go out there teach the word, people, they got a little cash, little bread, they real proud. Right? They feel like they ain't got to do with me because we are upper class, prosperity ministry type people. You know what I mean? They want to pull up to the church in their Bentley, and they swear that that the Most High is a figment of their imagination. Now they don't have to keep what the word said. Right? Read.
And it was not that thou art wretched.
Thou what?
Wretched.
That thou art wretched.
And miserable.
And what?
And miserable.
How many people you know that rich people, they end up committing suicide? Right? You hear the stuff that they do in their house. You're like, man, you got all this. What's wrong with you? That's the first thing we think. How could you be so depressed? They're taking uppers, downers, all around us. Right? They think they're on Xanax, they on this, they on that drug, this drug, just trying to get through the day. And they got all this money. What's going on with them? Right? I'm so unhappy. Right? That's Edomites. You got surprised. When Jake get a amongst Esau, he act just like him. He act just like, only difference is the color of his skin.
And he hate us.
Right? They worse on us than oh my goodness. You uppity Israelite? Oh man, you in trouble. You are in trouble. Because the first thing they say, oh, you could have been where I am. Like the curses don't exist. Right? They don't forget that the oppression. Because they feel like they rose above it. Right? Proud in their mind. Give me Ecclesiasticus, the 5th chapter. And the first verse. Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach in your Apocrypha, the 5th chapter, 5 and 1. Yeah, if you ever read Apocrypha, read page 73. Read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 1. Set not thy heart upon thy goods,
Right?
and say not, I have enough for my life.
Right, don't get proud. I got everything I need. I don't need nothing. They make songs about that. I ain't worried about nothing. All right, read on.
Say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not thy own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
Right?
And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Most High will surely revenge thy pride.
Right, so he said, you start thinking, who can control me? Why I gotta follow this book? Why are you coming at me with a book? That's what he said. That book can't tell me what to do. Right? Because they're so prideful. They start thinking they are the Most High.
Why they say nobody can bring them down?
That's it. Read on.
Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me?
I eat pork every day. I'm rich. What the hell are you talking about? We out there telling them they gotta keep the commandments. They're looking at us like, what the hell are you talking about? I got lobster in between my teeth right now. And you trying to tell them the Most High going to judge them, and they don't want to hear what you say because they're like, who are you to tell me? Right?
What's funny is they try to discredit the Bible, but they follow certain laws. Like they only allow the 10 Commandments to apply to their life, and everything else is invalid. But then they turn around and they discredit the Bible and say, well, the Bible is not real. Who wrote the Bible?
Right.
But when you ask them, how do you live your life? I live my life the way I want to. I don't believe that killing is good. Okay, but you're still using laws that are written, but you're discrediting the entire book.
Well, those people are convenience. I say they don't keep no commandment. I want to give you more credit than I do. They don't keep now one, right? Because they will kill if they feel it necessary. You know what I mean? And it won't be according to the commandments. It'll be according to how they feel. They follow the laws of feeling. How they feel.
I just feel like I need to do this and not this, and I feel like I can live like this, and as long as I take care of other people, I'm good. No, it's law.
That's their own feeling. Because they don't want to be instructed. They don't want to be controlled. Because they have wealth. Well, that's what the scripture's talking about. You know?
Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me?
Right?
For the Most High is long suffering. He will in no wise let thee go.
He's going to get you. Don't think that you're going to just slide. We try to give you the word of repentance. We don't care how much money you got in your bank account. The word of repentance is for everyone that wants to serve your house. All right? But it's really hard for the rich to serve your house. We don't get that. We don't.
Concerning computation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
Right. Don't be multiplying your sins. Because you're too prideful. You don't want to repent. Read on.
And say not, his mercy is great.
Right.
He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins.
Right. Don't worry. Most I don't care. Listen, he knows it's in my heart. Right? He knows that I'm a good person. Yeah, I don't keep any of those commandments, but I'm a good person. Right? Read on.
He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins.
Yeah, he's going to love me anyway. He'll be pacified. Read on.
For mercy and wrath come from him.
Now, the scripture says, you got to understand, mercy and wrath come from the Most High. As much as you receive mercy, you will receive wrath. Okay? Read on.
and his indignation rested upon sinners.
Right?
Make no tarry to turn to the Most High.
Make no tarry to turn to the Most High. Don't think that, he ain't going to get you. If you're going to repent quickly. When you sin, you got to repent quickly. Don't even let the sun go down on it. Read on.
And put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Most High come forth.
Suddenly. Just driving down the road, next thing you know, going off the cliff. Right? And everybody goes, oh, that's so terrible. Why would that happen to that person? They be playing with the Most High laws. When you play the Most High laws, your time is any time. Your car can be pulled at any moment. And the rich, they have a real problem. They have goods. They have wealth. They don't call on Yahweh. They call their accountant. Right? Right? They don't have to call on the Most High. Right? So they forget about the Most High. Okay. Hold on. Let's get Matthew.
The rich man has to sell his goods. He actually sell everything he has.
Huh?
He actually sell everything he has.
No. Oh, yeah, come.
The young man said,
What is it?
the young man said, all these things I kept my youth, right? Matthew 19:6.
Matthew 19:20.
Yeah, that's it.
Sure. Let's start with 16. Matthew 19, verse 16. We'll start with 16.
The book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life?
Right.
And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is the Most High.
Right.
But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the
Do
commandments.
what?
Keep the commandments.
So the Messiah instructed a man that asks how to get the kingdom. What do you tell me how to do? Keep the commandments. All right? That's what has to be done for us to obtain eternal life. You know?
He saith unto him, which Yahushua said, Thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness. Honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And the young man said unto him, All these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet?
Right.
Yahushua said unto him, If thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have the treasure in heaven. And come and follow me.
Right.
But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions.
Because he had what?
Great possessions.
Because he had great possessions. So his possessions prevented him from what? Being what? Perfect, man. His possessions prevented him because he wasn't willing to go, I'm not going there. Right? So what is a hindrance having many possessions in this kingdom? You understand it? If you're not willing to let it go, it becomes a hindrance.
I have a question. I was talking to a guy over there about this person. He proclaimed that those are the only commandments that shall keep. But I was telling him, Christ already knew that's what he did already.
Exactly.
That he was doing that. And I couldn't tell that guy, he's going around teaching that that's all you got to do. That 18 and 19, that's it.
Right, because the Yahushua wasn't going to sit there and enumerate all the 613 commandments. He was just giving him a few commandments to get him in the right path. It's a conversation. Some people read things in the Bible and don't realize it can be out of context. It's a conversation. If somebody came to you and said, what I got to do? You might throw a couple of laws at them. Are you going to throw every law at them? No. But you got to let them know that the law, right? He said, if thou were to enter into life, keep the commandments. That's the verse that people look past. Then he said, which ones? And he just started throwing some commandments at them. Right? Things that he knew, that Yahweh already knew, he probably do these already. These are easy. Right? Because he know he was baiting them from to say, well, I did all that stuff. To see what's really in his heart. Right? You know.
Then said Yahushua to his disciples,
Right?
verily, I say unto you that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven.
A rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. A lot of us still got a lot of dreams. Right? When I hit that number, we'll be a millionaire. Want to ride in the Bentley. Want to push the roads. Right? Want to bend the corners. Right? Want to fly. Fly, change the forecast. Jump in the jet, change the forecast. You want to live that life, The lifestyles of the rich and famous, like Robert Leach. I don't know who remembers that, but you got some age on you to remember that. Right? A lot of us got that spirit still in us, and it's hard to break that spirit because it's so attractive, right? It's so attractive. But the Most High is letting us know, Yahushua let us know, obtaining excessive wealth in His kingdom could cause you to omit your salvation. Is it worth it?
And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle,
right,
than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Right. That's pretty difficult. Right? That's pretty difficult. Give me 2 Timothy 6. 1 Timothy 6. Sorry.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6, verse 7. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry.
10. What's the 10?
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6, verse 7. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry.
Yeah.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6, verse 10.
Right.
For the love of money is the root of all evil,
Right?
which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith.
They have done what?
Erred from the faith.
When you love money and you searching, you chasing the dollar, the almighty dollar, it tends to make you err from the faith. You then have to compromise your righteousness to obtain this dollar that you've been chasing. Now, I'm not talking about somebody who's trying to get that they get consumed with that desire. And then the Most High go out the window. Right? Because your desire is now on this money, it's not on the Father anymore. It's not on pleasing Yahweh anymore. It's about this next money, right? I'll get there. Read on here. And riches nor poverty. That's a good.
And pierce themselves through with many sorrows.
Uh-huh.
But thou, O man of Most High, flee these things and follow after righteousness.
Do what?
Righteousness.
Flee these things. Don't get that spirit on you. Follow after righteousness. Read on.
Godliness,
Uh-huh.
faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of faith.
Right?
Lay hold eternal life.
Come on.
Whereunto thou art also called, and has professed a good profession before many witnesses.
Right, so now, jump down to the 17th verse. Let's say you already have riches when you heard this word, right? We see a lot of basketball players, football players, right? People of high financial stature in this world starting to wake up to these commandments. Entertainers, what is it? What instruction do we give to them? We say, oh man, you're too rich, you can't make it, right? Say, I am you, brother. You done. No, we got to give them instruction, right? Read that.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 6 or 17. Charge them that are rich in this world.
Right, that are rich in this world, come on.
That they be not high-minded.
So, first thing you let them know, listen, I know you're sitting on some mills, right? Don't be high-minded. Don't start thinking it's about your money, right? Read on.
Nor trust in uncertain riches.
Don't even trust in that. Don't put all your energy in the riches that you have. Put it in the Most High. Bless His name. Right? Let the Most High protect your riches. Don't you protect your riches and forget about the Most High. Read on.
But in the living power, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy.
Right. All the things the Most High give us to enjoy those things if you're able to. Right? But don't be breaking the commandments. You know what I mean? Read on.
That they do good. That they be rich in good works.
Be rich. You got rich in money, now you can be rich in good works. Right? That's what you tell that rich person. That's how you instruct them.
Like LeBron James.
It's, exactly.
LeBron James woke up.
Not yet. He's still kind of groggy.
I thought you made me woke up and he like, no.
Read on.
And ready to distribute. Willing to communicate.
Ready to distribute, ready to communicate. Meaning that what? You got riches, give. Communicate. Right? A lot of people who are rich, they only deal with people who are rich. Right? Don't come around no more. Right? They'll say you got rich and switch. Right? You don't come around no more. They don't see you no more. You gotta be willing to communicate. Communicate with the common man. A lot of people, they want to communicate with the common man because when you get rich, you get greedy. For some reason, when you get rich, you get more greedy. You think you'll be more giving. Poor people are the most giving people. Right? You ain't got much, but you still willing to give. The man that got a whole bunch, he won't give you nothing. Right? Want to swim in his money. Right? Don't want to give you nothing. Don't want the zeros to go down. You're looking at, everyone wants to constantly incline. Yeah, I got $1 million. Next year I need $10 million. I won't be satisfied till I have $100 million. You see these rappers, they argue each other. He said he got 100. He don't got 100 million. I got $1 billion. What are y'all talking about? At some point, you just sound silly. Right? I'm $1 billion man. Right? Somebody gonna say they got $1 trillion soon enough.
They won't have nobody to live with.
Who cares if you got $1 trillion? Be rich in good works. Serve Yahweh. Keep the commandments. There's no money on the earth that can suffice the Most High. You cannot give the Most High a ransom. Really, that's what you do for your soul.
Laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come.
If you do good works, now you got a good foundation to the time to come. Because the time that's coming, your money will be worth the paper that it's put on. Then what you going to do? Right? Many people, when the stock market had crashed, right? They jumped out the damn window. Right? Killed their whole family. Went home, killed the wife and the children. What they got to do with this? Right? And then killed themselves because of money. Right? You can't have that relationship with money. Read on.
That they may lay hold on eternal life.
That they may hold on eternal life. So that's what we got to instruct them to do the things that's going to give them riches in the kingdom. All right. Give me a Matthew 6 and 17.
That's what tells me get
6, 19.
Yeah, lay up the treasures.
Yeah.
The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up yourselves treasures upon earth,
Right.
where moth and rust doeth corrupt,
Uh-huh.
and where thieves break through and steal.
This is the instruction to the rich. Read on.
But lay up yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Come on.
For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Right.
The light of the body is the eye. If therefore that eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light.
Right. You got to focus on the kingdom. You got all that bread? Just focus on the kingdom. Okay. Focus on the kingdom. Yeah, you got more money than the average man. You deal with them. Now you distribute. You do charity work. See, a lot of people do charity work, but do they do it in the name of your house? Right? You gotta do that charity work in the name of your house. Because you can say no to whom thou givest. That random giving is not of the Most High. Okay? You might see them do charity and say, oh, that's good, they're giving away things. Who are they giving it away to? The scriptures say, help not a sinner. Okay? So they need to be instructed who to give charity to. Right?
So I mean, we don't give to the Edomite. No, I don't need.
Well, let's read the scripture. You got to know to whom you give it. You got to give to the right people. We always quick to talk about Edom. Edom don't want nothing from us. Right? What about your own that's refused to do right? Refuse to keep any damn one commandment. How much you gonna do for them? At some point in time, you gotta say, listen, you ain't gonna be doing right, man. You made your bet. You know? These other nations, we're not concerned with them. Nothing that we went over today has anything to do with any other nation but Israel. All this instruction is Israel, for Israel, to Israel, about Israel. We have examples in the scriptures of our forefathers that had high stature in their kingdoms, right? Joseph, Daniel. They had high stature. They was paid. Moses kept the commandments anyway. Mordecai was set on high. He was about the Most High Lord. Okay. Job was a rich man. Praise the Most High every day. You feel what I'm saying? So we gotta look towards, this is about Israel. It ain't about the other nations. The other nations, they got their faith, they got their time. Read Ecclesiastes 12:1.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 1. When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it. So shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits.
You know?
Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense. And if not from him, yet from the Most High.
Well,
There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms.
right, so you want to give to people that's occupied in evil. You want to give to people that care less about the Most High. Why? When the people that do care the Most High, they need it. Sometimes you only have so much to give charity. You only have so much charity in your possession. If you give it to random people, what about the people that's serving your house? The scripture, Mashiach said, it is not meet to give the children's bread to who? Mashiach told us this already. He gave us a breakdown to understand it, right? You deal with the children first. And if some crumbs fall off the table, hey, you get that. You know what I mean? We ain't, we ain't go that crazy with it. All right, you get that. I mean, when we go out there to feed the people, we have to feed our people. Sometimes there'll be other nations that come up. Yeah, they get something. But we ain't gonna go to where they are in the majority. No, we gonna go to where our people are the majority. Right? If there happen to be a couple of nations in the midst of them, they might get a little bread, they get a little bread. Hey, listen. You know what I mean? It's just crumbs off the master table. We can't deal with our people. So that's your mentality. That's how your mentality got to be. The charity. You're gonna set forth. You're gonna do charity where our people are in need, where you can instruct them. Okay. When you have an opportunity to instruct them, tell them that it's coming from your Yahweh by show them so they understand what this is about. Right? The Hebrew Israelites give something that's going to be from the Hebrew Israelites or the Hebrew Israelites. Okay? It's nation time. You got to start dividing these lines. And Esau, you try to erase everybody's nation and make everybody one big melting pot. It's nation time again. All right? These borders got to be put back up. We need our mighty men to stand at the gate. And don't let anybody through that don't belong in here. All right? That's the time period we live in. All right?
Not only that, I've also recently heard that Esau is trying to rename the transatlantic slave trade to the transatlantic migration.
Yes.
I recently heard that. They're trying to rename it. I don't know if it's true.
It's true. I saw it too. The migration, I didn't want to say that it was indentured servants. You know what an indentured servant means? What is an indentured servant? What does that mean? Huh? A what? No.
You work for a couple of years, then you're free.
Why are you working? Why is it indentured servant? What does the word to mean indentured? What does that mean? You're working because of what?
Volunteer.
No? I heard over here. What you say, Guy?
What's the question?
What does indentured mean?
He said hired or getting paid.
Pay a debt. There it goes. An indentured servant is somebody that owes you. They're working because they owe you. We didn't owe Esau nothing. What do we owe him? Right? We're an independent nation of our own. Okay? Okay. We give it to you.
A person who signs and is bound by indentures to work for another specified, especially in return for payment, expenses, and maintenance.
Basically what I'm saying.
First known in 1723.
Right. Me say that you owe me, so you're gonna work for me. Okay?
Now, what irritates me is I do this thing where someone tries to manipulate confusion by trying to say, well, the Irish were slaves, when in reality they weren't slaves at all. They were indentured servants. So they're trying
They
to
were indentured servants.
implement themselves in slavery, trying to discredit what they did to us.
The Irish been doing that for a long time.
I saw on YouTube today where there was this guy, what those people call from Ghana? But he's a Hamite, claiming that the Hamites are the Israelites.
Yeah, they can't be that. Everybody want to be that.
We know better than that.
Everybody want to be Israel except Israel.
Yeah.
Israel want to be black. They want to be Negro.
Yeah.
Right? They want to be African American. That's how you know you're Israelite. You know you come across the Israelite, he's trying to be an Israelite. That's how you know you found an Israelite. They say, I'm a child of God. I'm the best for that.
We don't look like them, but we don't act like them, but yet they say we're not Jews and that we're Africans like them, but yet they don't claim us and they call us a doctor, they call us continents.
Right? Let's get Proverbs 49 and 7. 49. 7. Is that right?
Everything I lost the page.
Oh. Hold on, it's like it. Right. What am I saying?
Proverbs 29 and 7.
Proverbs. Oh, Psalms 49 7. It's like it. Looking at Proverbs. Psalms 49 7. Then you read Proverbs 21 and 18. Verse 49.
The book of Psalms, chapter 49, verse 7. None of them can by in any means redeem his brother, nor give to the Most High ransom for him.
Right. Nobody can give a ransom for his brother. Nobody can pay off the Most High. Okay? You can't pay the Most High off for your brother. So no matter how much money you got, you think you might be, high in this kingdom, it has nothing to do with your salvation. Okay? Your salvation is only by good works. Because the Most High already gets, you're going to get his ransom. His ransom is not going to be by money. All right? Give me Proverbs 21 18.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 18. The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous.
The wicked is going to be the ransom for you. But the Most High kills the wicked, that's going to be the payment for you. No money is going to pay him off. Okay? The only one blood can satisfy the Most High, and that's the blood of those that shed our blood. Read.
And the transgression for the upright.
Right. The transgressor is going to catch you so the upright can get through. Everybody understand that? There going to be some sacrifices, but it's going to be of the wicked and the transgressor. It ain't going to be of you. You going to come on through. Okay. Let's go back to Deuteronomy.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8, verse 15. Who led thee through the great and terrible wilderness, wherein were fiery serpents, and scorpions, and drought, for there was no water. Who brought forth thee forth water out of a rock of flint. Who fed thee in the wilderness with manna, which thy fathers knew not, that he might humble thee, and that he might prove thee to do thee good at the latter end.
Right.
And thou say in thy heart, my power and the might of my hand has gotten me this wealth. But thou shalt remember the Most High thy power. For it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant which he swore unto thy fathers,
Right.
as it is this day. And it shall be, if thou wilt do at all forget the Lord, the Most High thy power, and walk after other powers, and serve them, and worship them, I testify against you this day, that ye shall surely perish, as a nation which the Most High destroyeth before your face. So shall you perish, because you would not be obedient unto the voice of the Most High your power.
So that's the promise of the Most High. If we're not obedient, we will perish. And we perished. We were brought down, our nation was destroyed. Okay? Now the Most High is bringing us back together. Our obedience is what's key. Our obedience is the bands that were cut asunder in the nation of Israel. What will keep us to the Father is the commandment. Once they cut that, we're nothing different than the other nations. You weaken us. You make us like the heathen. Gentiles. Okay? We don't.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 9. Hear, O Israel, thou art to pass over Jordan this day, to go in to possess nations greater and mightier than thyself, cities great and fenced up to heaven, a people great and tall, the children of Anakims, whom thou knowest of, or whom thou hast heard, say, who can stand before the children of Anak? Understand therefore this day, that the Most High thy power is he which goeth over before thee, having consuming fire, he shall surely destroy them, and he shall break them down before thy face, so shalt thou drive them out, and destroy them quickly, as the Most High has said unto thee. Speak not thou in thy heart, after that the Most High thy power had cast them out from before thee, saying, for my righteousness the Most High has brought me in to possess this land. For the wickedness of these nations the Most High has drive them out from before thee. Now for thy righteousness, or for thy uprightness of thine heart, doest thou go to possess their land. But for the wickedness of these nations, the Most High thy power doeth drive them out from before thee, and that he may perform the word which the Most High swore unto thy fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right, so we don't want to get high by it saying it's because we were so righteous. This is why the Most High did this wonderful thing for us. He said, this is because of the promise that I have with Abraham, and because these nations is wicked as hell. So he can care less, he want to tear them up, and he'll put you in the land because he promised Abraham Isaac that this day he will do so. So all that we receive, even to this day, we receive in our heritage, our, we're waking up. It's all because the Most High gave a promise. It's not that because we were so righteous. It's not that he can't choose another nation. But the Most High, he changes not. Okay? It's for his righteousness that we actually get an opportunity now to serve him. Okay? So we can't get high-minded. We can't boast ourselves up. We can't walk around with our chest poking out like if we did something to achieve this. Are we the greatest nation on the earth? Yes, we are. But that's because the Most High made us that way. Not because of our deeds. If you look at our deeds, we were the wickedest people on the earth because we don't know when they was given the commandments. So we are wicked on the earth right now. Right? So we can't be boastful. Okay, we can't be boastful. We got to be humble. So we just thank the Most High that he woke you up. Thank the Most High that he continues to wake us up and to show us his righteousness. But we have an opportunity to do his will. And maybe we please him. And we can receive the blessings. Read on.
Verse 6. Understand therefore that the Most High thy power giveth thee not this good land to possess it for thy righteousness. For thou art a stiff-necked people.
Right?
Remember and forget not how thou provokest the Most High thy power to wrath in the wilderness, from the day that thou didst depart out of the land of Egypt until he came unto this place. Ye have been rebellious against the Most High.
Right?
Also in Horeb, you provoked the Most High to wrath, so that the Most High was angry with you to destroy you. When I was gone up into the mount to receive the tables of stone, even the tables of the covenant which the Most High made with you, then I abode in the mountain 40 days and 40 nights,
Right?
and neither did eat bread nor drink water.
Right. So what? He was up there, he was fasting, and he was given the word, right? He was given the tablets. Give me that. Give me the Mount Sinai. Yeah. Read on.
And the Most High delivered unto me 2 tables of stone, written with the finger of the Most High.
Right?
And on them was written according to all the words which the Most High spake with you in the mount, out of the midst of the fire in the day of the assembly.
Right?
And it came to pass at the end of 40 days and 40 nights that the Most High gave me the tables of stone, even the tables of the covenant. And
I don't know why they be having Roman numerals. Right? Rome always try to push themselves into something. Right? They have no Roman numerals on it. All right, at least you can read that. Right? So this is what the Most High gave us instruction. This is why Yahweh said to the rich man, he started what? Reading the table. The table of stone that was given from the Most High. But we know In order for us to keep these two tables, we got to keep all the law to be perfect with these laws, right? Because in the following of thou shalt know the power before me, thou shalt know the God, we can't do any other custom other than the custom given to us by the Most High God. So that commandment alone encompasses so many commandments. Okay. That every aspect of your life got to be according to what Yahweh said. Okay. When you work, how you raise your children, how you run your household, how you gain a spouse, right? All these things is by commandment. Okay. How you deal with your parents, your future, your past, your present, is by way of commandments. And it was brought right back to the Ten Commandments, the 2 tablets of stone. Right, Leo?
And the Most High said unto me, Arise, get thee down quickly from hence, for thy people, which thou hast brought forth out of Egypt, have corrupted themselves.
Right?
They are quickly turned aside out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten image. Furthermore, the Most High spake unto me, saying, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
Right, so what? The people made a golden calf. They were just receiving the word of Most High. We didn't witness. We ain't been out of Egypt for what? Not long at all. But we already want to go turn back. And we're stiff-necked and rebellious people. Okay. So he said, I've seen these people. So don't be boastful, Israel. Don't think it's because you're so great that you've been chosen. Right? Be humble that you've been chosen. Humbly present the fact that you've been chosen. Right? And wake our people up. All right, read on.
Verse 14. Let me alone, that I may destroy them, and blot out their name from under heaven.
Most High wanted to kill us when the people made that golden calf. Read on.
And I will make of thee a nation mightier and greater than they. So I turned and came down from the mount, and the mount burned with fire, and 2 tables of the covenant were in my 2 hands. And I looked, and behold, ye had sinned against the Most High your power, and had made you a molten calf. And ye had turned aside quickly out of the way which the Most High had commanded you.
Right.
And I took the tables of stone and cast them out of my hands, and brake them before your eyes. And I fell down before the Most High, as at the first 40 days and 40 nights. I did neither eat bread nor drink water, because of all your sins which ye have sinned, and doing wickedly in the sight of the Most High to provoke him to anger. For I was afraid of the anger and hot displeasure, wherein the Most High was wroth against you to destroy you.
Right, he was afraid of the anger of the Most High. If you're going to be afraid of the anger of the Most High. Be afraid to anger him. Okay? Or be afraid of anything else. He threw himself down and fasted when he saw what his people were doing. Right?
But the Most High hearkened unto me at that time also. And the Most High was very angry with Aaron to have destroyed him. And I prayed for Aaron also at the same time. And I took your sin, the calf which ye had made, and burnt it with fire, and stamped it and grounded it very small, even until it was as small as dust. And I cast it up therefore into the brook that descended out of the mountains. And at Terabah, and at Massah, and at Kibroth Hatavah, he provoked the Most High to wrath. Right. Likewise, when the Most High sent you from Kadesh Barnea, saying, Go up and possess the land which I have given you, then you rebelled against the commandment of the Most High, your power, and ye believed him not, nor hearkened to his voice. Ye have been rebellious against the Most High from the day that I knew you.
So, Moses right now is cussing Israel out. He let them know about themselves. Said, y'all been rebellious since the day I knew y'all. Y'all refuse to do the will of the Most High. Okay. So don't even boast yourself, acting like this is about you. Okay. You have a rebellious nature in Israel, but we still have to turn to the Father. All right. We got to turn our hearts to the Father. We got to become not rebellious. Because rebellious is a sin. You understand that? Right? Hold that, give me a 1 Samuel 15 verse 22.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 22.
Right?
And Samuel said, has the Most High has great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices?
You know?
Has it obeyed the voice of the Most High?
Come on.
Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice.
The Most High always wanted us to be obedient. Do what he said. You know?
And to hearken than the fat of rams.
Come on.
For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
Rebellion is like what?
It has the sin of witchcraft.
So when you rebel against the word of the Most High, well, whose word are you following? Satan. So either you're dealing with Yahweh said or you're dealing with Satan said. There's no gray areas. That's why it's like witchcraft. It's like you dealing with Beelzebub himself. They're not doing what the Father said do. You know? It's all right. All right, let's go back to Deuteronomy.
The book of Deuteronomy 9:25. Thus I fell down before the Most High 40 days and 40 nights. And as I fell down at the first, because the Most High had said he would destroy me, I prayed therefore unto the Most High, and said, O Most High, power, destroy not thy people, and thy inheritance, which thou hast redeemed, through thy greatness, which thou hast brought forth out of the land of Egypt with a mighty hand. Remember thy servants, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right?
Look not unto the stubbornness of this people, nor to their wickedness, nor to their sin. Lest the land which thou broughtest us out, say, because the Most High was not able to bring them into the land which he promised them, and because he hated them, he has brought them out to slay them in the wilderness. Yet they are thy people and thy inheritance, which thou broughtest out by thy mighty power and by thy stretched out arm.
Right, so what? The Father just, Moses here is just giving the people a check, man. Saying, listen, humble yourselves, man. You guys are not, you have not been a shining examples of servants of the Most High God. Okay? But he loved you anyway. He loved you through it. We got to have that same love for one another. Everybody understand? That we're going to fall short of the commandment of the Most High, but we still got to have that love for one another. Right? Just like the Most High still had love for Israel, even though we were rebellious. Even though we didn't want to do what he told us to do. We do it for a little while, then we would fall back. Okay? We still had that love for the children of Israel. So we got to make sure we are practicing that same love one to another. Okay? Having that same mind that was the Most High, Mashiach Yahushua. You got it, Corinthians.
I got Colossians 3:12.
Let's get it. In Colossians 3, verse 12.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 12. Put on therefore as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long-suffering, forbearing one another, and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as a Mashiach forgave you, so also do he.
That's it. That's the instruction. So in Israel, we should not be condemning each other. You know what I mean? We can't be brother wicked. The sister's wicked. Everybody wicked. Right? We should be looking towards encouraging exhortation of righteousness to one another. Now we're gonna call wickedness, we're gonna call it out. But exhort those that are found in wickedness to do righteously. Right? To repent. That's it. Right? But don't start casting each other off because the Most High had woken you up. Now you become you become the judge. Right? Make sure that you are encouraging all to do righteous as well. All right. So what we have here is 2:45. We're going to take a break at this time, and we'll come back in about a half an hour, and we'll continue with chapter 10. And I think we're going to 11 and 12. So chapter 10, 11, and chapter 11 through 1 through 12. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.